This is Nova, our 2-year-old Newfoundland. Today we're going to give her a good groom to turn her from a grotty ragamuffin into a beautiful polished princess. If you want to know how, watch along. You're going to get a groom. First some love for Daddy. And let's get into it. Off to be groomed. In there. Okay. So I'm going to fill up the shampoo gun. This is probably the best thing that we've bought in a very long time. You put the shampoo in the pot, you screw it on here, you turn the dial to which level you want. 0 is no foam, 5 would be the biggest amount of foam, and then we'll show you how that works. This is the shampoo we use. It's just Wild Dirty Beastie, cheap and cheerful, lathers up very nicely. There's a link on our website which we'll post in the comments or on the description. Is that?
Okay.
5. Okay. Just going to squirt it down with a load of shampoo to start with because I want to scrub it all in. Nova's going to try and escape. So this is just a hose pipe that is dragged along the garden onto the mixer tap in the kitchen through the window. Nothing fancy.
Good girl.
The higher the water pressure, the more shampoo comes out. Our water pressure is not great. And I'm just using Wild Dirty Beastie shampoo. That's what we always use. It's good value for money. You don't need much to get a good lather and a good clean. This is the Wild Dirty Beastie here. Just get it off of Amazon. Again, there's a link there. If you do use the links on our website, it does give us a little bit commission, which helps to fund the dog food. So please do go via the links, that would be awesome.
Good girl. Good girl. Oh,
Yeah.
shake,
Yeah.
shake,
Thank
shake,
you.
shake.
Thank you. Turn around. No, over this way. Turn.
Oh, good girl.
Good girl. A few myths that you might have heard of when it comes to cleaning dogs is that you can only bath a dog once a year or twice a year. That's absolutely rubbish. Shampoo is designed for dogs. It can be used as often as you need. We try and get our dogs groomed about once a month. Some go a little bit longer, some need it a bit more often. Summer months is easier than winter months because in winter it's a massive dog with a massive coat, and we happen to live on a property with water. It's a water dog, so they're in it. They get dirty and filthy. They're not always immaculately clean. We do try and keep them knot free, but we can get knots, mats, tangles. So I'll show you how to work on those as well.
Yeah.
It takes quite a lot to get a Newfoundland wet to the skin. Even now, I'll get Mark to show on this camera, if you get in here, she's still dry at the skin, so you've really got to lather it up, work it right in. Sorry, sorry son, I nearly said sorry Mom.
Hey.
If you don't have one of these guns, you don't want to buy one, usually mixing the shampoo with some water in a big bucket like this, and then using a loofah and scrubbing it on the dog. You know, one of those little £1 loofahs that you can get. That's what we used to use before we got this. This is just more efficient.
It's a game changer, that really.
It is a game changer. We love it. We've gone through a few because we tend to leave things out and then the dogs eat everything. Doesn't matter how many toys, anything plastic is fair game. Isn't it, Nova? Although Nova's, you're quite good. You're not much of a chewer, are you? You're a clever girl. Right, ears are very greasy, so I tend to use a bit of neat shampoo on the ears, in and around the ears, because they are greasy ears. Spaniels are the same, they get horrible greasy ears. And so do Newfie doofers. Is that nice, a bubble bath? Mm-hmm. In the hard to reach places. If you notice, I always have my hands on the dogs whilst I'm shampooing, scrubbing it in, working it into the coat. You can top up the pot, but I just keep going until I can feel that the coat isn't dry underneath. So get your fingers in there. Can you try and take a look? There's something dead. Good.
Come here.
Clean on our butt.
Come over here.
Don't forget to pick up the limbs. Get right into the underarms. I'm just squirting a little bit of water into the pot right now to re-dilute the shampoo because the tube hasn't reached the bottom. If the dog's particularly dirty, sometimes doing a double wash is a good idea. So shampoo, rinse, repeat. We tend not to usually use conditioner. Now and again I'll use some conditioner. I actually use this, which is for humans. I can link that as well. It's a keratin mask. I'm going to put some in her pants because she's got very big pants. I'll put some on her feathers and her chest as well. We usually use it when we're doing a show groom, but not on a pet groom generally. You can let that sit for a while. You can just wash it off straight away. I mean, it probably would work better if you did let it sit. So I just need to get in the feathers. All of the products that we use are linked on our website, which is Newfangled Newfoundlands.com, under the grooming tab. Good girl, Nova. Good girl. Put a little bit on my chest. I think he only paid about £4 for this. I actually used it on my hair. My hair's quite a mixture between curly and wavy. And when I curled it afterwards, all the curls kind of dropped out, so...
It works.
Yeah, it works. No, if you want curly hair, it doesn't work for that, but for nice straight hair, it does work. I'm going to turn this onto 0 now and start rinsing. Thank you. Thank you, Nova. So as I'm rinsing the coat again, my hand's always in there where the gun's pointing at. Gun sounds a bit odd. We call it the spray gun. But we point it in there. We use our hands and get in. You can feel the product, and you can feel when the product's actually left the coat. So rinse, squeeze, rinse, squeeze, rinse, squeeze. We actually cut the rinsing short because it's the same thing over and over. However, this was recorded live. So there is a live link on our Newfangled Newfoundlands and Chows Facebook page if you want to scroll down and watch the live from a different part of the grooming room. So on to the drying. Sorry, the first part of this video wasn't recorded, but you'll get the gist. Pointless, or it feels pointless, drying a dog with something that's wet, but it pulls out so much moisture, and then you can just bring it out and then go again. Dry off as much, just to save on drying time with the blaster. I think we got this one from Pets at Home. It's the same material as what they make the cool coats with, so we bought a ton of them and we made a few cool coats for the dogs when it gets hot, because they stay cold. We use them in the summer at the back of our necks and everything. Brilliant things. They're not expensive. Can I have your feeties? Your mops? This side, thank you.
Thank you. Nearly done.
You can see here, if you bring the camera in closer, like how much of the water is actually taken off. So I just rub and kind of squeeze so it brings the moisture into the towel. With this back leg. What I should add about this towel is that it doesn't need to be washed and dried, tumble dried. You don't need multiple towels, you just need one. I could groom 10 dogs and just use this one towel in a day. It's a big time saver, big money saver. You shouldn't let dogs lick your face. My husband has no germs. Yes, he does. Right, we're going to move her over to the drying table, so I'm going to have to move that camera. Right, she's all bathed and rinsed, ready to dry, but before that we're going to give her a quick brush through. I'm going to put some Cowboy Magic on. She's got little knotties. Just rub it into any knotted areas. She's not very knotty here, but it gives a nice finish to the coat anyway. It feels greasy, but it doesn't dry greasy. She has got a few just bigger knots in here. So you just rub that in, let it work its magic, and then it combs out a lot easier once it's sat on there for a little while. Oh, some through here. I don't want to turn around, so I'll just I'll reach through. I'm just going to have to turn me around. So the areas most prone to matting are behind the ears, the feathers, the pants, between the legs. She actually hasn't got any knots behind her ears, which is a surprise with a Newfie. Usually that's the first place. She was only done about 4 weeks ago, I'm sure of it. She's got a massive coat, and that's why she needs a good trim. I'm just going to start giving her a quick brush through. Once you start with the dryer, it loosens off a lot of the undercoat and knots as well.
Just a quick look back at the beginning of this video to show you what I mean by loose undercoat. Nova is blowing chunks.
I'll just give her a quick once over before we start. With my slicker.
The slicker brush I'm using is also linked on our website. It has long pins, it gets right into the coat. A lot better than a traditional slicker brush.
She's having a bit of a blow, so I'm sure there'll be lots of hair on the floor when we're done.
Okay, so back to these knots in her feathers.
So in here, look, there's a bit of a mat here. It's not to the skin or anything, it will brush out. It's just where she's been playing and gotten a little bit knotty. So the Cowboy Magic will help loosen that off. Get the slicker in. And the blow dryer as well. And that'll be like it was never there. If it's particularly hard, you can just cut it out. Preferably not on a show dog, because you don't want big holes in the feathers when you're going around the ring. It's loosened off.
So I can feel that the knots are loosening off now, and as we start to dry, they'll get better and better.
Turn that water off once you start drying, before you start.
Yeah. It's not ready. Look at all this. This all needs to go. All of this needs to be trimmed down. Show our neck. Because you've got a lovely neck. You've got a lovely everything. Because you're beautiful. You're a good girl.
Just the process. Keep brushing out any knots. They will come apart, especially with the Cowboy Magic. Again, get your hands in there and feel what you're working on.
I'm going to use the dog blaster, the dog dryer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this end on so it forces the air stronger, just to get the thick of the water off of her. So it will be louder initially, and then we'll take the end off, and it warms up naturally. It hasn't got heat setting, but it does get warm from the motor a little bit to fluff dry the rest of the coat and to brush out any knots along with it. So I'll put this on now.
So I'm just asking Mark to come closer with the camera to show the water sheeting off, but you do see it a little bit better actually later on. So I'm pointing out here to always blast in the direction of the coat, because you don't want to create mats in the coat. So it's always great to go with the direction of the hair flow. Shorter hair doesn't matter as much as what it does with longer hair. So I was just explaining here that it's a long process. If they want to sit down while you dry the parts that they aren't sitting on, then let them do it, especially the older dogs. We were grooming Granny Bear a few days before, and she wanted to lie down or sit down for about 80% of the groom. So we just allowed her to do that until we needed it to stand up. So with the longer hair, like the pants and the feathers, it's best to brush as you're drying. Again, in the same direction, point the blaster in the direction of the hair growth. If they want to sit down, just ask them to stand. You can just pop your arm under there and keep it there. You can get a belly bar, but our dogs are pretty well trained to stand, and they do understand after a few goes what they're supposed to do.
I kind of use my fingers as well as a bit of a comb.
Again, I'm explaining that I'm using my fingers as a bit of a comb. I can't explain how important it is to get your hands in there for shampooing, for rinsing, and even for combing through. because you can feel those knots and then work on them. Because you've got your hands in there, you can feel exactly what you're looking for.
Don't be afraid to get the blaster close to the fur, because some people will stand like this and it'll take forever to get in there. I'm practically always touching the core with the end of the blaster.
Roger. Come here.
You can see a bit clearer here how the water is just sheeting off with the force dryer end. Keep going, brush, brush, brush those long parts as you're drying. Keep the hose close to the skin. The further away, the less powerful it'll be. So I'm practically always touching the coat with the end of the blaster hose. Again, I've got my hands in there. I'm actually plucking out pieces of coat as I'm going. Loose undercoat will just pull out. It doesn't hurt the dog or anything like that. So you may have missed it, but I've just pulled the end off there. And then we're going to start fluff drying. You can get the blaster end right on the skin now. You don't have to worry about it matting the coat up. So as the coat starts to dry here, you can see the hair starting to fly out, that loose undercoat. I'm just giving it a little gentle pull. The loose undercoat will just start to fly out. So as the coat starts to dry, you can pull your blaster further back and start to do a bit of a line comb. Keep cleaning your brush from the hairs that you're pulling out. But the aim is to be able to see the skin of the dog. So pull your blaster back, look at the skin, keep brushing, make sure you can see the skin. If you can't see the skin, then there is loose undercoat or matting there. So start from the bottom, work your way up. It's a bit like line combing. Once your slicker brush has broken up the hairs, you can go in there with your comb, get a little bit deeper and really get into that coat and brush it through. Here's me taking a little break and Mark's taking over. I'm taking over the camera work. I think I'm a better camera woman. Nova's not sure.
Starting to loosen the hair. Can you keep it there? Can you see? Starting to loosen it off.
You said remove those.
Jealous.
Need more than that.
But again, when you want to dry under the ear, because you don't want the air getting in the ear, take the ear, bend it back on itself, so it closes the air hole. The air hole?
Yeah,
Are you home?
yeah, that's okay.
And then you can get into the, and they're worrying about going into the dog wheel. And you can bring it forward, do the hand. A couple of knotties on the inside feather here, so a bit more of this K1 magic will loosen it all off. Just because we don't want to be cutting chunks out, which is fine for a generic pet groom, but I want to achieve a bit more of a show look. Have you got something on your tongue? No, you just bring them there. Give that a good rub in. Work it into the knot. Don't really see it. You can just feel it really. And then stick a brush. It's like, it feels like oil, but it isn't oily. It doesn't leave oil on the fur. It's a cool product.
It's got a hair on it,
I know, have you got something with hair? No, you're just going to give me a wash back. Can I have your leg up so I can brush this in? I'm going to help.
Good girl. Smart. I seen the little black spot on her tongue.
Yeah.
You have a little black spot on your tongue. Good girl.
It's like the tiniest little knot in here, but because of the feathers are so thick, it's like getting to it.
Oh, is that nice? Is that nice? Oh. Boop. Stay there. Go.
There we go. Got that one. You've got to get right into the coat as well. There's no point in just brushing the outside, because I could see, oh yeah, that's done. When you get your fingers right in, you can just feel little knotties. And just work your way through. Use a slipper brush to break them down. And then a comb to get out the loose hairs. Or the bit more stubborn hairs. Keep us our clippers, please.
Mine is lying snoring his head off. Regina. Yeah, the majority of ours are as well inside.
Clippers. Oh, I think the clippers are in the house. Could you run down and grab them off the windowsill, please? She's got like
Stripe.
spiky now. Let's see, they're going to walk with it. Okay. Right, so Nova's got a knotty armpit and nobody's going to see it, so we're just going to shave it out. I'm going to see if I can show you. Can you get in there? Can you see those?
Yeah.
Those are knots. So I'm just going to get my clippers and just take them straight off. Can you hold her leg at the same time or not?
Good girl. Good girl.
This might tickle a little bit. It's like, no, thank you.
Quick as we can. Good girl.
I mean, it wouldn't have been impossible to brush them out, but it's just absolutely pointless because you're not going to see it. It's quicker and that's annoying for Nova.
Oh. Good girl. Good girl.
Yeah.
Once more. Once more.
Well done, baby. That's just loose underclaw. That'll come out. There's a bit right at the top.
Good
here.
girl. Yes.
There we go. The rest of that can
All
brush.
done.
And then we'll do the other side.
Good girl. Oh, God.
Matching armpits. You've got any mouth there. There we go. Can you hold this leg? This is just a 10 blade on my Heineken clippers.
Just leaning on us. I know. It's 2 seconds. Once more.
It would help if I had my new blade because this is a bit old and not as swift. There we go. Yeah, the brush will just get into the rest of this down here.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
You know what it is? Those bloody sticky balls, look.
Ah, the little sticks.
I hate them. They get stuck.
You're
and
jumping in the sticky balls.
everything mats around them. Sticky willy, don't they call it?
Mm-hmm.
And the sticky willy. So I haven't got a willy. How's a girl? There's the little nutties. They're not like real big ones, they're just... We just don't want them there. Right, I think the front end's practically dry. So I'll give her a brush out while Mark finishes drying her back end. And then we'll come back to some trimming. Yeah.
10 hours later.
I'm going to trim your grinchy feet, your overgrown chest. I need to remove the skirt you seem to have acquired and trim everything up now. Nova's had a bath and a blow dry and a brush. So I'm going to rest before we get trimming. Fluffy! Nova, you're fluffy. I don't know whether or not I can focus more on Nova than me. So, okay, we're going to start with trimming of the ears. So what I like to do is lift the ear up and frame. Can you get in there? Frame the edge of the ear, so it doesn't matter if it's this long or there's not as much. I keep that ear up. Thin end scissors, puffers. Frame around the ear. Done. Okay. And first when I put that down, it's going to look quite sharp. We'll blend that in. These scissors don't take a lot of hair at one time, so there's a bit more room for error. I'll thin up. Okay, blend down. Just want a smooth transition. If Nova wants to keep her head still, she's like, no, I do not. Hopefully that shows nicely on the camera there.
Just got black against black.
Yeah, no.
You can still see the shadow.
Yeah. Keep your nose that way, darling. Like this hair right at the back of the ear here. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I like to thin that right out.
Good girl.
I don't know if you're right in the way of the camera down. It's a bit hard to do both. And then underneath the ear here. Do you want to get behind me? Or did you there? Head up, sweetheart. Good girl. Good girl. Turn that right down. Can you see that okay?
I'm just wondering if I can put a torch on. That'll help.
On the ear and the bit behind here, I like to keep blending down. Not as particularly floofy here. If you comb the coat up, you can see the long parts that need to come off. Well, I'm going to sit down and then I'll be less likely to be in the way. Good girl, over. Oh, I need you over there. There we go.
Oh, good girl. Good girl.
But I want to face you. Good girl. Brushed and brushed and brushed and brushed. There's still undercoat. There's still undercoat. Good girl. I'm going to work on this neck, because this is just too much of a drill. Just gets stuck to it when they drink. All of that gets stuck to it. So I like to thin this. I'm going to go upwards. Thin this right out. You lick the comb. And it's not lying on the floor with the camera. Can you get it from the side as well, just to kind of show the shape we're trying to achieve. Go turn, because the way I am here, I can see all of this needs to come off. Nova, stand. She's not having any of it now. She's letting no. I want this to be quite flat from the side, not totally flat and not too short, but a lot flatter than what it is. Good girl.
No.
Nova, I need you to move over this, sweetheart. Oh, careful. Good girl. That's what. I'll just blend them continuously. The neck down to the chest. Ideally, we want this to be quite, sorry, darling, quite straight into a nice curve. All of this needs to come off, and that will be curved around. hopefully, if Nova wants to play ball, you are being such a good girl. Can you see that length?
Yeah.
It's all coming off and flying into my face. Good girl. You can come in the front a little bit if you like, just to see this, like it'll start to take shape. Good girl. Oh, it's blown right in my nose. Just get the shape in here. There's something about that area there that makes them like, Flute used to be terrible for it. And she used to keep the squeak of the scissors around that ears. Yeah, what is that? I don't like it. Okay, it's on your head. I know. I just don't want to cut your tongue if you decide to start licking down here. Look out. It's in my eyeballs. Right, I'm going to go around and do this other ear and then do this part here so that I can get that shape, and then I can keep going at little bits that I need to. So again, with the ear, lift it up. Can you see?
That's very nice.
All that
Better
extra
because
hair.
it's right behind it, yeah.
So I just frame, shake it, frame the ear all the way around. I'm going to take out that bit while I'm here. I know. And then thin this up. You don't want it really sharp edge, you want it to be nice and rounded and look natural. You just take a big pair of scissors and cut like that, it's just going to be big. It's going to stick out and look awful. Alright, thin it up. And then I blend it down. Can you see there, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, just see my armpit. Good girl. And then do you want to come around here and something? This part here. Oh, you might want to stand behind me, I think. Good girl. So this part here, I'm going to thin this down behind the ear. So you can see a lovely neck. And then all this, see this? That's all coming off.
It's too much better.
Okay, all these wispies on it. looking much better already.
Good girl, Nova. Spotty tongue.
Still more undercoat. Still more. She's got a summer highlights going on. So now it bleaches the coat. It goes quite brown. Brown, let me say.
Oh, just walking into the camera.
Okay. What shall I do for that? Feetsies. So Nova doesn't get overly overgrown feet. I've got tuppence, Granny Beer, Dom, to get total bench feet. Let's snap it off. These need sharpening, to be honest. Might brush all the hair up. Oh, hold on, it's stuck. There's a bit of undercoat in there. Yeah, she hasn't got the hairiest feet. So she don't need a lot off. Now let's take my scissors down over. Maybe trim all the other side. Trying to achieve a cat-shaped foot. You haven't got much fluff between your toes. I'm gonna dance. Hey? Are we gonna dance? No, we're gonna sleep. I can't do them like that.
I was just hanging them off at least.
It's like, give me a portico. Excuse me. Can we not? That's because you've got some bits of fluff in there that needs to come out. Good girl, I know. Okay. Top of hair. I'm just going to take that underneath. I've usually got the clippers in there, but you can just use scissors. I don't love it, it's not the favourite. These little scruffy hair. I don't think they're going to be the best feet I've ever done. I could do with a little nail trim over. Never seem to need to do Newfie's nails very often, but you're the one. Mooney.
Yeah, Mooney.
Oh, Mooney gets talons. She gets like the worst feet ever. Can I have the foot, please? Can I have your foot? Paw. Paw. No. Need a clean egg, yes, come on. Thank you. I'm not going to need a shower, am I? Have you got my hair in your mouth? Now you know how I feel. I should be doing these washes standing, really. I'll go back to the one which has stood up. You get the gist. You get the gist. I'm going to stand up. No bed. I'm going to be nice and stand up. Okay, up, 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 up. Good girl. Right, Nova has this just long hair here, which I want to take off because it looks stupid. So I'm going to fluff it up and just take it out. Try and blend it in with the rest of her. Oops, stand, thank you. Just take some thickness out there. Stand. Okay. So, Newfie shouldn't have a skirt, and Nova has a little bit of a skirt going on. So I like to get the outline shape first, which isn't a straight line. It's going to have a curve. Blend in the chest through there, and then what I like to do is take off the wispy bits to curve it around so it's less abrupt, like the ears really. Good girl, careful. Careful. She feels like her foot's going to go down the hole, I think. You're alright. Down, baby. Good girl.
So there you go.
Okay. Stand, baby. Stand. Over, stand. Good girl. Right, I'm just going to do this back foot. Where's that silver brush going to?
Big ones that.
Yeah. So again, brush the toes, brush the hair up. Pull that up. Make sure there's no knotties. Good girl, stand. It'd be nice if you were all one colour. Oh dear me. Okay. So sometimes if a dog's a little bit short on leg, or even if they aren't, and you want to show off the leg length, what you can do is you can take the hair behind the elbow, this here, and thin that in. So it tucks neatly behind the elbow. See, because obviously her elbow's here, but it might look like it's here. So it's just a little trick to
illusion
to show the leg length. So I don't know if that shows on the camera.
Yeah, it's definitely.
The last thing you would want to do is take this up to the elbow, because that would look awful. Because there's still quite a lot of that is hair. Our chest's here. Definitely wouldn't want to do that. It's the same that you can do here. Just take that in to show the angulation. I mean, Nova's got plenty of angulation, so you don't really have to help her out much when it comes to that. She's got plenty of fluff too. Okay, so you guys won't be able to see this, I'm afraid, at all, but over the croup, sometimes they have a tendency to have a lot of hair here, which can make the croup look square or abrupt. I can give a right illusion. Oh, hang on. So what I like to do, which is not standing properly, I like to take my thinning scissors and really thin that out. It's like Nova, you've got random long bits of hair. See this bit here, is that showing?
Yeah.
Just get it off. You want this to blend nice and smoothly. Good girl, stand. Good girl. Move forward a little bit. Move forward. And this one, good girl. You can also use a rake to rake a bit of it out. If you've got, I call it a tail bubble. A tail set is absolutely fine, but it just can make them look like they've got a bad tail set or a bad croup. Again, these bits here, which she's got a lot of, can just throw everything off. So just always take a step back. Do you want to get right side on there so you can, you can see all this, look.
Yeah, good though.
Just thin it down a little bit, blend it in. These scissors are really forgiving on scissor marks. And you're only a few weeks from a bad haircut. So practice, don't be scared. I mean, look at this, I don't even know what to do with all this. because it's making a butt stand out, I am going to take some of it off. Not a lot, but some. The last thing you want is it to look like, I don't know if you've ever seen the corgi that's cut with the heart shape in its bum. And it just looks too plush. It doesn't look natural. It doesn't look
Stand
right.
out.
So the last thing you want to do is get that kind of look. But you can just take off the little tips, moving everything up. Good girl. Okay, so another little tip, if you've got the hair here, a lot of dogs don't. But if you trim this in this manner, it shows off that angulation. Don't step back, darling. And then it all becomes part of the leg, as opposed to just furnishings, really. Stand. Good girl. Nova has the hair up here to be able to have quite a lot left on her hocks, whereas though Tuppence, she doesn't have much here, and she has the big silky chicken feet, and it looks silly leaving long hocks when they haven't got good pants. With Nova, there's not really a lot to come off because she has a lot. There's a little bit up on the side. You're standing right at the edge.
We're living on the edge.
There's really not a lot to come off that hot. It's just a nice shape anyway, so I'm not going to bother. Plus she's getting tired.
I want to lie down. What? What? What?
Are you tired? I'm going to neaten this frock. I like the frock, but I'll neaten it up. Because it's a bit silly. It's a little bit silly.
So much like fruit.
She's a lot like Fluff. I never saw it until you pointed it out, and then
I see it
just
every
see
day.
it all the time. Even though they're not related.
It's weird, isn't it?
Well, distantly they probably will be, somewhere down the line.
Boop.
Nova Bova, Nova Bova. Are you tired?
Nova Scotia.
She'll quit for today. I think that's the bulk of it, you know. I think we'll have quite a bit on there. I think if not, we can just come back out tomorrow because she's tired.
Yeah.
Have you had enough?
I'll take that as a yes.
Oh, that
Nova.
was short and sweet.
Nova. Nova. You coming?
You finished?
You done?
You want to go home?
Coming? How are you then? You coming?
Right, guys, I think we're going to finish her up. Well, our other side tomorrow because she's tired. I think we've probably got enough what we need. Yeah, there's bits here that I need to finish off, but I needed a stand-in for it. But she can't be bothered. So we'll come out and film the rest, probably without the live, to be honest, and then put the video together for everyone to see, because it'll be much better quality on Mark's phone, where we can see kind of what's going on. Good girl. But yeah, Nova's tired. I need to get that bit. Look, what is that? You got extra
tuft.
Yeah, I wish I could snip and take my double chin off. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
It was just a few snagging bits, which we did. We didn't film because it was much of the same of what you've already seen. So here she is, all finished, looking beautiful. Thanks for watching. Bye.